Right with Honda.
It's raining, man. Hallelujah.
Yeah, we're
It's
supposed to play music.
raining, man.
We need a hero.
Honda. Very professional, amazing podcast.
Perdón por tus huevos, hermanos.
Most professional,
Penis,
most
penis,
amazing,
penis.
Uh,
Penis,
most
penis,
awesome
penis. Penis,
Maggie.
penis.
that you've ever seen. Coming at you live. This is
Long, schlong, silver. Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Big Zorro, say something witty in Spanish.
Bring it to you tonight with the big fat juicy penis.
Juicy penis. Yeah, juicy penis. What is a juicy penis? Is it like ready to pop? Is that what makes it juicy?
Yeah, like when you get a big fat juicy sausage all full of like juice and goo and whatever else. I don't know what sausages have in it, but mayonnaise, yeah. It's kind of like a tube steak, but you got to work for the gravy.
Eggs are that.
I mean, nothing comes easily.
No, it doesn't. Because what's the fun in that?
Yeah.
You died 17 times, motherfucker.
So this is
Sorry.
God damn it, Matt. This is a professional podcast.
Fucking sorry.
Professional. Okay.
This is Late Night with Ehon, where we just get together and talk a lot of shit and have a lot of fun. And usually, like, someone's wasted or drunk or high or something.
And I'm not yet. I haven't even had a drink yet.
You should probably work on that, sir. I mean,
I will in just a minute.
You're behind the ball.
I am.
Not in front of that.
That ain't the only thing that's behind the ball.
Woo.
So's my tank.
So Black Flag Nation says that I take punctuality advice from you. I was like 5 seconds late when I hit start, according to my thing. I don't know what you want.
Say his name again really fast.
Black Flag Nation. I said the flag. I said Black Flag Nation. I don't know what you heard.
Clearly said flag.
I
Yes.
clearly said
Clearly said flag, yes.
Yeah, we got Colostomy Bag, 2 Live Moo, Black Flag Nation, Sam A, 2A. How you guys doing tonight, man?
Have you ever heard of the National Association for Guns and Rifles?
Oh, this again. Yeah,
Yeah. They're a bunch of naggers.
Nag.
They really are. It's just...
Yeah.
How close can we get to getting Hana's chat taken down?
Please don't.
Ooh.
Please don't. You know, I'm on your chat like twice a week at least.
I know.
Yeah,
I could always like screen share some titties or something, you know.
It's not like that hadn't happened before.
When did that happen? When did someone screen share titties?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Maybe that was like your boyfriend.
No, wait, who?
I don't remember who did it.
Was it just some like
This, I mean, we're talking like
From back in
8
the
years
day.
ago or something. I don't even remember what it was. But yeah.
Hmm.
And then there was one time, and this was more recent. I feel like this was in the last couple of years or something. Somebody, like, it wasn't on my show, but I guess on somebody's show, they turn on the camera and all you see is just like a dude's balls and asshole from behind.
Oh, that was who was
that?
Oh, that was Black Cat Outdoors.
There you go.
And he posted the link to the chat in the chat so the people who were watching it could see. And someone got on there and he just added them in, you know, like, hey,
Yeah.
hop in. And they're like, wait, turn on the camera. Wait, do it now. And then they turned on the camera and it's just like this guy. I don't know what it was, like ball sack doing a helicopter. I'm not sure. But needless to say, the things that you don't.
Some class acts there.
Hey, Angelina, how's it going? I gave you a link in the Discord if you want to join us. It would be cool to have female voice for once in a while, every now and again.
I don't think the audience can handle it.
I mean, they might all get boners from it, but Angelina,
They might.
Angelina might be into that. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how she feels on the boner subject. And now she's not coming. How not to talk to girls 101. I don't know. I've had a fair amount of luck with the females in my life. It's not really.
Well, your mom's supposed to be nice to you.
Yeah.
Zing. But I mean, like, I don't know. Like, it comes naturally to some people. Like, you get the attention, I think is what it is, right? When you're younger, you get the attention, so then you just expect it and kind of work with it better than if you didn't get it. And then you were like if you were awkward when you were 13 or 14 or something like that, and then when you were 20, you were like good looking, it might be a little harder for you still to talk to girls than if you were like good looking at 13 and 14 and not when you were 20. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Whatever you say, Honda.
I mean, I could be wrong on that, but I think that's true.
Matt, you got a question. Nick R91 is asking, do you know the email I need to reach Yankee on?
I don't know.
Shooting left of center at gmail.com.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, shooting left of center, I guess, maybe. I don't fucking know.
Here, we got the Boner Patrol in the chat.
Yep, whip out your dicks in here.
There you go.
Whip them out, boys. You heard her. Turn on your cameras. Let's see them.
No.
I got a measuring tape, but it's so you're all good.
Well, they've got that app on iPhones that can measure things for you, right? Like everyone just measure it and send the results to the Boner Patrol.
Okay, so does that actually work? Have you measured your dick on it?
Well, I've seen we had to measure something for a easing, or I forget what it's called, a fucking hoopah, and
okay,
we had to measure the outside edges of it, and we didn't have a fucking tape measure. And my nephew had his iPhone and measured it, and then later on that day we found a tape measure, and we're like, I wonder if that was right, and it was exactly correct. So I don't know.
Nice.
I didn't try to measure small things.
Oh well, that's probably
good.
So,
yeah.
It probably needs at least 3 inches to be accurate.
Right.
Damn it! I'm sorry, Honda.
It's a tough luck, I know.
Well, they make those dick extenders now. Those silicone dick sleeves or something.
I think she would know. I mean, wouldn't you be like, this feels weird? Or...
Yeah. If that ever came into this scenario, I'd be like, I'm sorry, you have to leave. That's fucking weird.
Wait, hold on. Let me get my dick extender. Give me just a second.
Yeah, nah, dude. We ain't doing this. See you later.
I'm sure there can't be much feeling
have
for the
rivets
middle.
and bumps and.
Well, yeah. I mean, wouldn't it be because it's the tip of it is pretty much just 4 inches of fucking dildo silicone?
Well, just the tip.
It'll be
I mean,
okay.
how big is that going to be?
It'll be like that episode of Rick and Morty where Jerry has to get his dick chopped off to make a heart for the guy, the alien diplomat guy.
Oh yeah.
And then Beth or whatever her name is, the wife is looking through the freaking thing, oh yeah. Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, I like that.
So what's been going on with you lately, Honda?
Bro, I've been fucking poor as shit lately, dealing with not getting unemployment for 7 weeks now.
I thought that because of the Rona, everyone was getting rained upon by Trump. Is that not true?
It is true, but if the Colorado Unemployment Office could figure out how to do paperwork, that would help things along.
Oh, are they the California office that they just don't know what they're doing?
Well, there's that. Plus, they just got inundated with how many people filing claims all at one time. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was one of probably 200,000 people within a short period of time who filed a claim, and my claim happened to have some extra steps that needed to happen along with it. And because of that, dude, God knows when I'm ever going to get paid from this shit.
Yeah, you'll be back in work, and they'll be oh, here's a bunch of money, and also we see you're back in work, so we're going to take it.
Right, so fuck off. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of really hoping they open things up soon enough to where I can just start making money, and then that'll happen, and I'll just get a big back pay, and just I was broke for a while and didn't have a job for a while, kind of, but now I'm balling.
Right.
When are they opening Colorado back up?
Well, when I went in and talked to my general manager and got all that paperwork and stuff, he was saying that the first of the month they're doing the soft open, right? Where it goes from we're shut down to we're cautionary. I forget what the term was. And then on the 15th, they're supposedly going full open. So on the 15th, they're allowed to start hiring people back and start ordering food and start doing all that stuff.
Is your place not even doing like pickup shit?
Well, I can't say where it is, but without the fun and games inside, there's not much draw.
Right.
I mean, like everything's really expensive. Like the drinks are really expensive. I don't know. Like we helped my dad move from one old folks home to another, and dude, it sucked. Like he didn't have anything packed up at all. We had to like go over to his house and like fucking start from scratch because he's all old and decrepit and couldn't get anything done. So it took like, I thought it was going to be like a couple hours, you know, like move some boxes, put it in a truck, move some boxes, done. But like it took all fucking day. But I forgot where I was going with that. Shit, what were we just talking about?
I don't know, but moving does fucking suck. So I feel you there.
Oh, I remember. So after we were all done moving him, like me and my sister and my like two brother-in-laws and my niece and nephew all went to this bar that was open, but like they weren't open to inside seating. And so they were just like, yeah, how many beers do you want or whatever? And so we each got like a tall boy, and they had like this can sealer thing. So they could take like a 40 ounce or a 32 ounce can or something like that, fill it with beer from the tap, and then put like a cap on it, and then put it in this machine that like fucking seals the lid to the thing, and then you open it up like a normal can when you leave.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, so we were like, so where can we
Wait,
drink
what was
these?
the design on the can? Like the bar or what?
Yeah, I mean it was like their own brewery. Like they're their own brewery.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So we're like, yo, like where do we take these beers to drink them since we can't drink them here? And they're like, well, you can't drink them on the property. We're like, okay. Like, what if we go across the street into that field right there? They're like, can't stop you. So my whole family went out to this field and drank like we were in junior high. It was actually pretty fun. But yeah, I mean, shit's weird right now, isn't it? How is it in California? You're LA, or where are you at in California?
I'm in LA. Like I live in the Valley. That's why I sound like this. And it's crazy, dude. Like, so the last time things were like shit got serious here was like the riots. Well, the earthquake was before that. So it was the earthquake where like shit was sold out, people were crazy, and then the riots and everything. But it's so weird because like, I mean, this probably doesn't mean anything for anyone else, but I can get from the Valley to like downtown in like 20 minutes, no problem. That's like an hour ride usually.
Right.
So there's like no one around. People are like super like on top of shit, to be honest. Like you see the mask thing everywhere, which I thought everyone would say like, fuck that. But nope, everyone's doing it.
I live near Portland, Oregon. Same thing. There's no traffic. We have some of the worst traffic in the country normally.
I've noticed it's starting to like people are starting to be like, I don't want to be at home anymore, and they're going out.
Yeah.
When I have to go out now, like at first it was like fucking ghost town everywhere, dude. Like you could hop on the road and there'd be nobody. But now it seems like it's less traffic than normal, but it's not quite like nothing like it was for a minute.
Well, there's all kinds of like finagles for shit now. Like the whole like drive-by birthday party bullshit, and like, you know, car hop service is a new thing. A lot of restaurants here are doing car hop service. So you park in front of them and they bring your food out and whatnot. So there's like, I don't know, I guess there's like quarantine activities now. So I think like people are getting out more.
I wonder if there's like how many drive-in theaters there are left around. Because that would be fucking cool, wouldn't it? Go to a drive-in theater and see like a brand new movie. Like at a theater, yeah. But you're in a car, so you're like not gonna infect anybody or get infected by anybody. I don't know. There's got to be some drive-ins out there that are fucking doing pretty good right now.
Yeah, I know there's a drive-in, like maybe. Oh, I think there's one by Zorro. He would know.
Zorro.
But I wonder if it's open.
You been to the drive-in lately, Zorro? You taking your date out?
It's still open, but I haven't went, no.
Where is it? In a Tuscadero?
Yeah, one's in Tuscadero, yeah. There's also another one in Santa Maria.
Santa Maria.
Yeah. I know the one in Tuscadero is open. They got family up there. The ones
They're
that
showing
want
movies?
to get up. I think so, but I think they're like doing like they like a certain amount of people can be in it because it's like pretty big.
Right.
So I think they're just, I guess, like minimizing how many people you can fit in there.
I don't know. I haven't been to one in like 10 years, something like that. But it was pretty cool last time I went to one because they had like concession stands and shit that you could go to, get a beer and like bring it back to your car. And like everyone's like smoking weed in their cars and watching the movie and shit. Like it was fun, dude.
Yeah, they're super awesome.
I wonder what other businesses are like thriving right now in lieu of all of this bullshit going on.
I keep hearing firearm businesses, dude. Even like
yeah.
I know a lot of dudes that make holsters, and they're all saying that business is going great because everyone bought a bunch of guns.
And now they need a holster.
Oh, yeah.
Now they need ammo.
yeah.
Now they need mags.
Like
now they need
freaking,
new sights. Yeah, all that
gun
shit.
shops over here are empty. They have no.
Dude, I haven't even been to a
firearms,
gun store because I don't have any money to spend. I'm like, I don't want to.
Ammo's
It's like going to a
like-
strip club, you know? Just a
yeah,
tease.
ammo is pretty gone. But yeah, it just like some, I think mayors, right? Some mayors are like making gun shops non-essential, right? Like in Ventura.
Gun shops or gun shows? Because I know that
Gun
like
shops,
they fought that
gun
shit
shops.
in Texas and said like,
Oh
"Hey,
yeah.
this is a constitutional right, bitch. Like, fuck off."
Well, it's county by county. The Ventura County mayor like, nah, you're not a gun non-essential. Our mayor hasn't said shit. So,
Yeah, the governor was making it. I guess it's the counties are allowed to decide, maybe because so Los Angeles County, I think they're open, and then Ventura County, they've had to close. So, and you know they're
yeah.
right next to each other.
No, yeah.
Oh, and
Isn't
there was
Orange
also
County
a
open,
thing.
but they wanted to close it.
Well, there's also that thing with the DROS system where all the background checks, they weren't clearing, so like everyone's guns are being held for 30 days instead of 10 days.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
dude, that's fucked up. Like right now, right? Like people are buying guns right now because they're afraid that shit's gonna get bad right now.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're all realizing, like, hey, all these bullshit gun laws that I never gave a crap about or paid attention to are, like, really negatively affecting me. Like, I can't get anything because I've got to wait for 30 days. Like, maybe it'll open up their eyes and they'll start freaking not, like, being so cool with the next gun ban or the next, like, legislation that comes along or whatever, you know?
Dude, yeah. Actually, so what's been really beautiful to see is the California gun groups, like all the like, hey, I'm a new gun owner. I never gave a shit before, but now I do. And this sucks. Sorry, guys. There's like so many of those. And everyone's like, how do we change this? And it's like, buckle up. You're in for a fucking ride, dude. And then we just had like Freedom Day with the ammo thing.
Yeah.
That was their first little like, I guess we'll just call it a preview of the butt fucking. That was their first like tip, basically. So everyone was like, you could tell the new gun owners because they were basically just like, what the fuck? And everyone else is like, yeah, hurry up and buy your ammo. This shit ain't lasting.
Well, I mean, they did that same thing with the Freedom Day for magazines or whatever. It was like Freedom Week. I forget how long it lasted.
Yeah, we got a sweet week where we could buy regular magazines, though they call them high capacity here. They're, standard everywhere else. But yeah, we got a whole week where we could just fucking go crazy, I guess.
And if anyone else in the entire country needed a Glock mag right then, like, go fuck yourself. Because you guys bought them all. Like, there's nothing left.
Well, the cool thing is happening soon. I think tomorrow, I think engineer can correct me. Tomorrow, the Supreme Court's going to be listening to 10 2A cases. One of them is the California handgun roster. And that's all weapons ban for California, too.
Oh, wow. They're hearing.
Well, they're not hearing the cases. They're making decisions on whether or not they're going to hear them.
Oh, okay.
So they're voting on whether or not they're even going to hear the case.
How much you want to bet? They're like, nope, Not that one.
No,
Nope.
that's
Not
how
that
they've
one.
already been going.
Not that one.
I don't see how the Supreme Court has the ability to pick and choose.
I agree.
Well, they should be forced to take up the cases. That's their fucking job. How that got to the point to where they can pick and choose, because I'm pretty sure that wasn't the original intent for the founders.
All of the branches of government at this point in time have way more power than the fucking founders ever intended for them to have.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
All three branches, and then consider the fourth of state, the power of media and how that's basically bought and paid for by government dollars and grants, and they have moles inside. Anderson Cooper used to work for the FBI or the CIA, I forget which one. He was a CIA agent, and they're like, hey, you'd look good on a camera. Let's give him a job at CNN. That's how that shit started.
He does look good on a camera, though.
Well, he is a silver fox, but...
And my gun range was the only one that was open in the Northwest.
Dude, were you guys just busy as shit, or what?
No, because you couldn't bring guests.
Oh. Was it by appointment or whatever?
No, normally your membership allows you to bring 3 guests, but because of Corona, you're not. To be able to keep us open, you couldn't bring any guests. To try to keep it under the 25 people in an area.
Dude, you were showing me some pictures of the shooting range that you work at, dude, and it's actually pretty freaking cool. You got live action target shooting and stuff like that, and pistol ranges, shotgun ranges, rifle ranges, all that shit. It's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, I like it.
How often?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how often do you feel like someone's gonna shoot somebody by accident because they're being stupid or doing something dumb?
So we lose roughly 600 members a year, but we gain them right back. So probably the first 3 months is the scariest after we got new people.
Right. I don't know, man. There's this public range that I sometimes go to because it's just convenient to go there. And every time I go there, they're busy as fuck. They've always got 30 people shooting at any given time, within a small area. And there's always someone who's oh, I turned around with a gun in my hand and they got mad at me and I don't know why. It's fuck you, dude. God damn it. I'm here with my kids. Leave me alone.
We have pretty strict rules in the general range areas, not the action bays, but kind of just where you can sit and shoot, or the general handgun bays. And there's a training there's an orientation and training everybody has to do, and they actually shoot guns. So I don't have too many people that I feel too scared about. I mostly get people who don't know how to. They bring an AR-15 or an AK in the box they just went and bought it in and have no idea how to use it.
Right. Yeah, and they're probably more scared of it than anybody else. They're not likely to hurt somebody, but they probably need some help.
So I get to teach a lot of people how to use their AR-15s and AKs and whatnot.
Oh shit, Zorro. Say what's up in Spanish to the fake Mexican. He's in the chat, Adam Jimenez.
Hola, ¿qué onda? ¿Cómo está, compadre?
See, that's right. We got a real Mexican bitch. And a girl. Yeah, this is a crazy chat. We got all.
This is a very diverse show.
I know. I like it.
I think shouldn't you get some kind of government funding for this?
I think
you should. You should.
I mean, I don't
Women
see
and minorities.
I can identify as a Super Saiyan or something.
I identify as an attack helicopter. Man.
All right. So what's your first activity after whatever the fuck this is happening?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I'm going to the fucking movies.
Yeah.
Ooh, good one. Fucking good
I'm
one.
going to get a shave and a haircut.
Competition. Haven't been able to shoot competitions for 3 months.
I'm going to take my wife to the movies, and we're going to go to the movies and go out to eat.
I needed a haircut when this shit started. It's gotten it's gotten bad, dude. I'm
going to the barbershop to get a shave and a haircut.
Dude, why can't you just learn to cut your own hair, dude? It's easy.
Speaking of shaving a haircut, Night Strike, are you still rocking the beardless thing? Are we down for that still, or what?
I still have the beard, but I'm cutting off the cheeks. So I have
just the goatee.
So
just going with a goat.
No, I'm gonna cut the whole thing off.
You need to do some. You need to do like a goat and some mutton chops.
Freaking camera's cutting my.
No, you gotta shave it. Just shave it.
Shave it all off.
Shave it all off. It works for you.
There's pictures of me with shave with it all shaven off. I don't like how I look. I like the beard.
Good. We guys always think they look like awesome in beards, but beards are like ugh. But I'm also an ugh on beards girl anyway.
Yeah.
So
my wife likes my goatee and stuff.
Black Flag Nation out in the chat.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Says, what are your thoughts on the armed storming of the Michigan State Capitol? Is the boog coming, or is it going to be like Bundy Ranch? So what happened with that? I guess I don't really know what's going on.
I don't know. From what I saw, it was just they were doing the protest, and they, there was people open carrying, several hundred people from what I heard, and then they went inside the Capitol to protest. I don't know if it was like an armed storming. It's like, it's legal to open carry, so nobody said anything to them. It's not like they broke in and kicked down doors or anything.
Well, so I think if no firearms were discharged at any point, then you can't really call it storming. That's not really what they were doing. It was a protest. So I don't know. I mean, if that's the case, then it was just maybe like a strong protest or whatever, but it was just a protest.
With guns?
With guns. Pew Pew Park says, Boner Patrol equals girl, never enough ammo equals German strudel, Zorro equals Mexican, Night Strike equals hater of pizza, E Honda equals big gay, and Infernus equals they don't know. Why am I big gay? I think that'd be Zorro.
I think he meant to say big it. Is what he meant. You're a big it.
See, that would make more sense.
Probably just autocorrect or something.
The big gay.
I guess I should have finished reading it before I started. Oh, well.
You should have.
Well, that's what bigots do. So I mean,
sadly.
Adam Jimenez says Night Strike looks like Peter Griffin without the beard. You should get like a white collared shirt and some green pants.
I disagree.
No.
And wear some glasses and comb your hair in such a way,
No.
It'd be a great fucking Halloween costume.
Okay.
And then another.
Hey, I like that. Shut up.
I do too. That's why I was singing it. It's one of the funniest parts in any episode.
Oh, okay. So I'm a bigot and I'm a big gay for Anderson Cooper, is what that was.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Fox.
I can agree.
Well, at least you know yourself. That's why you're such a bigot. It's because secretly you hate yourself.
I don't think I hate. No, man, I love myself. What are you talking about? No.
It's very
We're not talking about self-love. It's a completely different type of thing we're talking about here. We know you love yourself. Okay?
Every night.
Sometimes fight.
If it takes. The second one takes, then yes. Eisen White's out in the chat. How's it going, Eisen? Sorry I get annoyed at your laugh all the time, bro. I don't know. It's like the sound that makes me fucking want to strangle a kitten. And that's not like a good feeling to have inside of your body. I don't know. Maybe I got to do some introspection into myself and figure it out if it's your laugh or something about me. I'm not sure. I don't know. Does anyone else have that strangle a cat feeling when Eisen White laughs?
Nope, it's just you.
Okay, well, introspection begin. Got it. So he found out he was supposed to detach from the military a month ago. How does that work? Like, you're fucking done with your what do you call it? Your fucking contract or whatever. And they didn't let you know that you were done? How the fuck does that work?
Do you not get paid now for when like you stayed in there? Was it just like a whole oops? You just hung out for a month?
Maybe it's like the guy from Office Space where they just fix the glitch and the problem will take care of itself.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is with the military.
Yo, where's your boy Flippy, Angelina? Says G Dagwa. Dagwa.
I don't know. Where is Flippy? You could find him on the Discord, I guess, if you're looking for Flippy.
I haven't talked to Flippy for a minute. How's he doing these days?
I think he's okay. I don't talk to him that often, really, because I don't really hang out with anyone. But I did talk to him the other day for a second.
Why don't you hang out more, Angelina? This is the first time we've talked in a minute.
Yeah, I just just do my own thing. I've been working a lot too because I made the mistake of going to SHOT Show and presenting my wares, and then people were like, "Oh, I got to buy this," and then I've been busy.
So now you've got like a whole year's worth of work to do.
Yeah, so now it's like all my like downtime. Oh, and then the Rona. Like I'm supposed to be on a fucking vacation now, like a month vacation, which I'm not on. So that blows.
Didn't you have like, so you bought like a new car, if I remember correctly, right? And you were driving it across the country because you're like, well, I've got a new car and it should be fine. Like there should be no problems with it. That's why I bought a new car. And then like the fucking transmission or something like that had some issues. What happened with that?
Yeah, well, okay, so I bought a 2020 Ford Explorer, and I decided I was going to buy a new car because like I wanted to be the one to know like what happened to this fucking thing. Like if somebody jizzed on it, I want to know. I don't want any surprises.
Wait. Can you write your name in jizz with a dick? That's the question that we were talking about before the chat, believe it or not.
If I was holding someone's jizzing dick, maybe, but I don't have a dick. So, but I would try. So I bought this fucking Ford, right?
Yeah.
And looks good, works good. So then I got to go to SHOT Show, and I got all my shit packed in my car, and we're driving. We get to Vegas, everything's whatever. I meet up with Pink and Marco and G-Webs, and we're having dinner. Get back in my car to go back to the hotel, and my car is making this like weird noise, but it's when you accelerate. So like, I don't know. It didn't really. Oh no, it was all the time too. It was weird. Anyway, basically what happened is Ford had a known issue with this car where there's some kind of like bracket missing from a transmission cooler. These are just words I was told. I don't know what they mean, but it like vibrates itself out and then dumps all the transmission fluid, and then your transmission gets fucked up because I guess it needs that. So I was driving it like that because I didn't know what the noise was. And anyway, by the time I realized what the noise was, things are pretty bad. And
so wait, did it mix your transmission fluid with coolant? Is that what happened?
No,
you have a transmission cooler,
right?
That cools the transmission fluid. It's like a little mini radiator, but just for your transmission fluid,
which coolant runs through. Yes.
Yeah. So whatever fluid happens in this whole thing, like a hose to that thing from the transmission pops out because there's a bracket missing that I guess Ford had to think about later. So as I'm driving my car around Las Vegas, and like a dick, because I just like stop the gas all the time, so I don't know if that made anything worse. But I'm just dumping fluid like around the streets of Las Vegas.
Oh god, dude.
When we get to the hotel that night, because the car's like jerking and like it's bad. It's like there's a puddle under my car. There's a trail like turning into the parking lot of the hotel.
God.
So yeah, so it was effed. And they were like, oh, it'll be 2 weeks to fix. And I'm like, no, I got to be back in LA on Monday. So I threw a fit. I got bitchy. They fixed it in 2 days. The car is a fucking nightmare. this is the worst experience I've ever had in my life with a car. I've definitely driven shittier cars that were way better.
Ford Explorer, what year?
2020. Oh, that was the best part. It wasn't even not January anymore. This is a SHOT Show. It was still like January 2020 when it fucked up. But Ford gave me a free 100,000-mile warranty on it for, you know, for like the bumper to bumper or whatever. So as soon as that thing hits 100,000 miles, good fucking bye.
Dude, I would sell it when it was like 99,000 miles just in case, you know?
Yeah, things gotta, I mean, it's cool. Like it's a 4-cylinder and it's huge, but it's super fast because I guess it's like turboed or whatever. So I like it. And when I plug my phone into it, it works good. So the things I care about work good. But shit, dude, like.
That sucks because usually Explorers are they're one of the more reliable vehicles on the road.
Well, yeah, and actually people said because this is like a new model, I guess, a new body style or whatever, but I guess the ones at the end of the previous were like kind of good, or pretty good. So I hate that I hate it, but fuck, I hate it.
Should have bought an Asian car.
Just trade it back in on something else.
Well, I was thinking about that, but I think I'll just be like, I'll get fucked on it. So I keep it for now. I think I'm gonna ditch it when like it makes financial sense to ditch it and get like a German car or something.
I don't know about German cars either, because like they have like all of the problems of the Japanese cars of being like, hey, if something breaks on it, it's expensive to fix.
Expensive, yeah.
But even more so. Like my brother, he's been an Audi guy forever. He's always loved Audis. And like a headlight on an Audi is like $1,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Versus like a headlight on a Ford is like what? Like you can go to fucking AutoZone
like
and get one for $60.
$60, yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that by the time I'm getting rid of this Explorer, I'm out of California and like my work situation's kind of different. So I think I'm going to lease cars from then on because I won't be driving that much. And I like when it's somebody else's problem because I know zero about cars. So like whenever anything happens, it's a huge deal for me because it's basically somebody telling me like, oh, your fucking flux capacitor needs fluid. Like, yeah, all right, sounds good to me, dude. I have no idea.
We have to recharge the unicorn's horn underneath the hood to keep your motor running, and that's going to be at least $1,000 just for that. So
yeah, and if you said that to me, I mean, I can't fucking argue with you. I don't know shit about cars. I know that you like put a key in and it goes, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had a car that was. Well, the car that I have currently is the newest car I've ever had. It's a 2015, so it's only 5 years old at this point. But all of my cars previously have been at least 10 years old when I bought them. So I don't know. I'm kind of used to having like cars with quirks, you know, like, oh, it's fine unless it's really cold out, and then for the first 5 minutes you got to do this. Like,
oh my god,
you get used to it, you know, like it's fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, so my first car, and this flashed back in my head, like as I was signing the fucking thing for my Explorer, is my first car was like a 1989 Ford Taurus SHO that was a complete pile of ass. Like everything about this car fucking blew dick, dude. Every single aspect. But it was awesome because you're like 16, you got a car, you know, you're doing weird shit. But yeah, I've had very few like, oh, this just works. And what pisses me off is I had a paid off 2017 Nissan Rogue that I traded in for the Explorer that had like zero problems.
Right.
I should have just kept that fucking thing.
Right. So that's a good question. What was your guys' first car, your first vehicle that you had? Where did you get it? How much did it cost? And what happened to it?
1984 four-door baby blue Ford Escort.
Four-door Ford Escort. 84. Let's look that up. I don't even know what an 84 Ford Escort looks like.
It looks like a fucking Escort. They all look the same.
What happened? How much did you pay for it?
Actually, it was a dead car that belonged to a family member that I fixed, and so I got to just keep it. The clutch had gone out on it, and in exchange for taking it. I got to keep it. I just had to fix the clutch.
All I'm seeing is 2 doors. There's 4 doors. Oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that looks like a Saab or something.
It was. Woo! It was an ugly little car. That being said, I only had it for about 8 months before I traded it in for a Nissan pickup.
Oh yeah, that thing's hot, dude.
Oh shit! I hit buttons. Damn it! I'm stopping. Sorry. So what happened to it? You sold it and got it something else. Okay, cool. So you at least got something back out of it. You didn't just like ride it to death. Night Strike. What was your first car?
1995 Nissan Pathfinder.
Pathfinder. Oh, those are actually like really reliable, dude. Those older Pathfinders.
Yeah. I drove it into the ground and eventually traded it in for a 2006 Toyota Highlander.
So how many miles did it have on it when it broke?
Over 200.
Yeah, my brother-in-law had one back in the day. I think he had a 94 Pathfinder.
I think it was about 295,000 miles.
And that thing had like nearly 400,000 miles when it finally stopped working. And it was like, okay, these problems are like more money than it's worth to fix kind of thing.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, that. And then he got like a 2005 Nissan Pathfinder thinking like, oh, my 94 Pathfinder was good. The 2005 will be great. Yeah. Dude, that thing was a fucking hunk of shit.
I really liked mine because I got it not long after high school because family member, I got it off family member, and it was nice living in the northern part of the country where it snows and having leather seats that have the heaters on them.
Oh, and by the way, I think I remember, Matt, didn't you get that car from selling Superman magazines?
That was my second. That was the Nissan pickup that I got.
Okay.
Because I went to a comic book convention with all the comics that I had, and I made almost $2,000 that weekend. We rented a table for like $60, and I made almost $2,000 selling comic books. So I went and bought a pickup truck.
That's great, dude. That's awesome. That's a good story. And Furnace, what was your first car?
A 1951 Ford pickup with a flathead V8.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 58? So you were, this 51. Was back in like 51, so back in 1996-ish, 1998, something like that when you got your license, right?
Yeah, around 96.
So 51 to 9, that was a 43-year-old car when you got it, a 45-year-old car?
Still ran.
That's awesome, dude. How long did you have it for?
About 6 years, and then my dad stole it from me when he got mad at me because I moved back in with my mom.
That dick. You should have pissed in the fucking gas tank for him or something. I'm sorry, man. Did he keep it and fucking, or did he sell it to you?
No, he sold it for like $1,500.
That's a douche move.
It was worth $7,000 to $8,000 easily.
Right. Yeah, my neighbor used to have one. He had it all fixed up, and like he had it repainted like cherry red, and fucking like that thing was actually pretty nice when you drove it around.
My grandpa gave me enough parts to almost build a whole nother one.
Well, sounds like you got a project to do, son.
I have my mom gave me a couple years ago a 67 Mustang Fastback and a 73 Bronco.
She just gave you a 67 Mustang Fastback?
Yeah, she gave my sister 7 acres.
I want a Fastback. Did it run well? Because another
it's tore apart because like my dad was a mechanic, and so they were rebuilding it. So the engine is new. It's got a 351 in it, a 351 Cleveland, and so I need to put it back together because my dad tore it apart, repainted all the frame and the interior, and they bought all new leather for the seats, and it got it all redone and everything. And then my mom caught my dad cheating on her again, and so she finally divorced him.
That went south.
Fuck bitches, dude.
Fuck bitches. Dude, my buddy used to have I think it was a 68 Mustang. And that thing looked sweet, dude. Like, it was a cool fucking car. And, like, driving down the road, you were like, you felt fucking pimp. But every other day, that thing was broke down. Like, he'd have it working for a day, and then the next day it was in the shop. Then he'd have it working in a day, and then the next day it was taken apart in his driveway. And then he'd have it working for a day, and then, like, next day it was something. It was just, like, always something with that car, dude.
My mom had a 68 and a 69, and they both ran super solid.
Well, I'm not saying it was all of those cars, but his specific one was pretty fucking shit. It was like there was a reason he could afford it in high school.
Yeah.
And then for me, because we already heard Angelina's, right? Or do you want to go?
Yep.
That's
No,
what
we already heard mine.
That's what started all this whole thing. Mine was a 1984 Pontiac Parisienne. It is the Canadian version of the Bonneville, made in Canada, V8 engine, fucking dual overhead cam, fucking, like, I had to clean out the carburetor on that thing occasionally because it would get all gummed up and stuff, but that thing was a beast. And one time we were in downtown Denver. It was like me and like 3 of my friends. We were downtown, and like, this was before people had cell phones and shit like that. So, like, if there's trouble, I don't know what you do. But there was a flash flood in Denver. Like, I don't know what the hell happened, but there was a flash flood. Like, we're driving down the road, and all of a sudden there's, like, water going across the road. So we stopped. Like, I stopped the car. And then all of a sudden, like, the water just, like, fucking, like, spread. And my whole car was floating. Like, this car floated. Not the front end. The front end, like, the tires kept, like, touching, and we were, like, bobbing up and down and moving along. And so we're sitting there, like, floating in this car in the middle of the street, like, wondering what the fuck to do about it. And a fire truck comes by, and we're like, oh, God, we're saved. Like, it's a fire truck. He's going to come and get us out of here somehow. Nope. He was on his way to a call, and they just drove through that lake like it was nothing and picked up a wave. A wave picked up our car and moved the car like 100 yards, like, uncontrollably, and finally, like, set us down. And then the fucking water receded a little bit later, and the car wouldn't start, and I had to pull fucking leaves out of the fucking carburetor and shit. Like, but that was a good car. I had it till like freshman year of college. It finally broke. The engine seized because it was leaking oil, and I didn't know, and we took it on a road trip. But yeah, that was my first car.
What does this thing look like?
Like a Cadillac, kind of.
Pull a picture up.
Pontiac Parisienne. There we go. Oh, I got to find the right color too. Hold on. And it's got to be the brome kind. Sorry, bear with me. All right, it was basically this car.
Did you call it the moose pussy? Oh my God, that thing's pimp, dude.
Yeah, dude. It was totally pimp. Like, you could fit like 8 people in there, and you could fit like 4 people in the trunk.
It looks like one of those cars where like the seats are like fucking couches.
Yes, they are, front and back.
Yeah, that thing looks sick. Was it that color, that red?
Yep.
Yeah, pimp, dude.
Yeah, dude, I had that thing. Oh, so like, I bought it from my grandpa for $1,000 when I was 15 from mowing lawn money, because like he was at the point where he really shouldn't be driving anymore, and I was at the point where I wanted to start driving, so it was kind of mutually beneficial. So I bought this car from him, and I parked it in front of my house because I was 15 and I wasn't allowed to drive yet, and there was some fucked up shit going on in my family, and I couldn't just be like, hey, like, I need to learn how to drive. Can someone get in the car with me and, you know, like, make sure that because I had a permit, I just didn't have a license. So anyway, it was just sitting outside, and it snowed. Like, we got hit by this huge fucking blizzard, and for whatever reason, like, the wind blew the snow on top of my car, and there was a 40-foot high, like, shit you not, 40 feet high snowdrift on top of my car. And like the next day the fucking sun comes out and like everyone's digging out, and I'm looking like I can't even drive my car if I wanted to. Like, no one's gonna take me. I don't need to dig it out. I'll let the sun do it. So the sun comes out a month later. there's still like a 20-foot pile of snow on top of this car. And now it's not just snow, it's ice. I gotta fucking chip it out. Oh, it was so hard to dig out of that. But it lived through that too. Like, that car was a tank. I love that car.
But it got taken down by oil, basically.
Oil killed it. The lack thereof. And Grandpa was probably pissed off at me from his grave about that one.
Did he how do you acquire a Canadian car? Did he drive it here from Canada?
I'm not sure. I think it was just, that was a different model of Bonneville that was made in Canada and sold in America and Canada. Maybe it was more prevalent in Canada than here, but they sold them here too, I'm sure. Because no one in my family's from Canada. So yeah, don't you know? I don't know anything about that, yeah. Oh, sure.
Canadian spy.
Sorry.
Trudeau's other kid.
Ooh. That means Fidel Castro's your grandpa.
There's a fucking gay frog chat right there.
No shit. Have you ever seen any of that stuff, Honda? About the Fidel Castro and Trudeau's mother shit?
Oh, no shit. No, I haven't.
They sit there and they take pictures from fucking... if you look at pictures of Fidel Castro at the same age as Justin Trudeau, you're like, oh yeah, they're definitely fucking related.
Yeah, they're like twins, dude.
And that was a rumor, is like, because his the father Trudeau and the mother were friends of Fidel Castro's. They used to go to Cuba and visit all the time.
Yeah, I mean, Trudeau straight up said that he's a good guy.
Yeah.
So here we got Castro on the left and Trudeau on the right. Their nose doesn't, kind of. I wish
not
you
a
could
good
see
picture,
color. Because then you could compare like eye color and shit like that and hair color. I don't know. They look similar, but
That's not a good picture. If you see them straight on, head, like, instead of both their heads kind of turn, or the straight up side to side comparison where you can compare their noses and shit.
There's like a picture with like young Fidel with like a hat on, and that one's pretty good too. Oh yeah, look right there too.
that one?
No, under.
This one.
Yeah, look at that. Bam.
Oh, okay. I see. They like transposed their faces back and forth and shit.
Yeah. Oh shit! You got a super chat. Do you have to jerk off live now?
Yeah. That's what he promised he'd do.
That is a requirement, yes.
He straight up said, first time somebody gives him $2, he's going to whip it out and rub it down.
Oh, whoa.
Let me rub you up and down till it goes pop. Oh, wait. What?
That happened.
So,
He wrote.
Adam Jimenez, the fake Mexicano, says, "Cack. Sorry about your car, bro. It's okay. It's been a while. I've had a chance to get over it. I actually took the front seat out of it because it was such a couch, and gave it to some nice Chinese boys that I knew who lived in the dorms at that time because I was leaving and they were staying and they needed a couch, and I had one. It was just the front seat from my car, so it lived on in a way."
It was two Chinese boys' couch.
It became some Chinese boys' living room couch, yes.
And what did you do for these two Chinese boys?
Well, what did they do for him?
How did you service them?
No, man, like they were like the coolest people that I ever hung out with, and they were like my friend, like my best friends. Honestly, when I was a freshman in college, like for that first little bit, like I was hanging out, like I was the cool white guy who hung out with the Asian kids. And they would all like give me stuff because that's their culture, and I was really poor and I didn't have anything to give back, and I felt really bad all the time. So when I was leaving, I was like, well, I have nothing left to give except for the front seat to my car, so you may have it. And they accepted it graciously. It's a true story. I mean, honestly, that everything I said is true. There's not a lie in that whole thing.
Long time.
Wow. Jeff says, wow, this chat is a dumpster fire.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
No, it's pretty good.
It's as advertised, guys. It's not supposed to be good.
I'd say it's like average dumpster fiery. Like we need to like fucking throw some gasoline in this shit, get it going.
Yeah. Maybe some rocket fuel.
I don't know. Like drunk Roro usually helps, but he got so drunk he passed out. I think so.
Yeah, he just disappeared. He said he'd been drinking fucking vodka tonics all day. So,
dude, he was on his fourth one when he hit me up before. Like, so I was chatting with him while you were doing Hasty Headlines, or like right after you finished Hasty Headlines. I'm not sure which. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm already on my fourth one." I'm like, dude, it's like
Jeff, as you should. You should always have low expectations watching one's live show.
Okay, so here's a good question to make it less of a dumpster fire. Thanks for pointing that out, whoever you were. Nick R91 says, Taurus 1911, good for the price, or go with a Rock Island?
Well, they're both good choices. I mean, you're gonna get better fit and finish with the Taurus than you are with the Rock Island. But that being said, Rock Island's got more options. There's more, they've got more models. I've owned both.
I'd say you'd probably get a better fit with the Taurus, but I don't know about finish. Do you really get a better finish with Taurus?
Yeah, well, it depends on which Rock Island you get, right? Like if you're getting one of the ones that just has that shit, whatever they put on those GI models.
Yeah, they got cheap to almost
phosphate
low competition ready ones.
Yeah. But it just depends on the price point, man. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. I don't know. I've owned both. They're both good, but they were very different. A Rock Island I had was just a GI model, and the Taurus I had, well, they only really make one model, right? Like it has the same shit. There's not really any differences other than they might have a stainless model and then a non-stainless model and that type of shit. But they really only sell one 1911, and it just comes in slightly different variations. Like they have the ones that come with the gold accents all over it because, it's the pimp gun version and shit like that.
Riba.
So
we gotta ask Zorro if he likes gold accents. Zorro, do you like gold accents on your guns? Shit, he's not gonna answer. Zorro, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry.
Do you like gold accents on your guns?
No, not even a little bit.
So who's fucking Taurus trying to fool then now? I don't get it. I don't like gold accents on my guns. I think it looks fucking tacky. Or like
you need to remember, Taurus is Brazilian. It's Portuguese, not Mexican, not Spanish.
Oh, I'm confused. As per usual.
I don't like chrome and I don't like gold on no guns. I'm not that type of Mexican.
What about like those fucking cartel guns, like the AKs that are fucking gold plated and shit?
To me, you get them.
I like bitone firearms.
I mean, what about grips with the Mexican flag on it?
No, you can give me America all day long, sir.
Okay, good man. Good man.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you were born in America. You were raised in America. You are, for all intensive purposes, a goddamn American. So fuck off, everybody.
Thank you, Honda.
You're welcome.
Gracias.
De nalgas. I don't know, man. Like, that's one thing that, like, we joke around about, like, oh, Honda's a bigot and stuff. But honestly, like, I don't hate anybody. I hate everybody. So,
dude, I hate everyone equally. Don't worry about y'all.
Honda's got a color TV.
I want my MTV.
Oh wow, there's a throwback.
Wasn't that the first video on fucking MTV, or what was it? I forget. Isn't that like a historical question that people ask? I'm a fan of Yankees Pimp Gun. That thing looks like pretty cool. What is Yankees Pimp Gun?
I don't know.
Don't know. Ask Yankee.
Yankee has like lots of pimp guns, is my point. Like there'd be a ton of guns. like that Korth that he has. Like, Jesus Christ, what did he spend? Like $4,000 on that revolver? I'd be afraid to fucking shoot the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I've got some carbon on it, and I'm afraid to scratch it cleaning it, you know?
You got another deposit to the spank bank, dude. $2 more.
Oh, we got some Rona bucks from the Agorizer.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Agorizer. I feel like there's people who've been like watching the chats over the last year who've like desperately wanted to say something, and if they could have put in a super chat, they would have. But I was just like too busy with other things to see the chat, and I apologize to you guys. So now's your chance to make up for it. Just kidding.
So, what did Akarize say?
He just said Ronabucks.
Ronabucks. All right.
A couple Ronabucks.
You got a question from Grumpy.
Are we doing German strudel tomorrow night?
Jawohl.
Jawohl. Yeah, wir doing strudel. It's been cool having we'll have 8 people, 10 people play, and then we can do private party fucking stuff, and it's more fun than playing with all the kids who are really good at jacking their lube off on their fucking controller to make the things go faster.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was talking to Infernus earlier today, but I got an email apparently saying someone was live on Twitch, and apparently it's that Clint guy from Classic Firearms. He was trying to play Blood Money or Plunder on Twitch, and apparently his controller was dying on him. He was playing on Xbox. He's got one of those wireless controllers. It's hilarious.
I can't think of who the fuck Clint from Classic Firearms is.
He's the thin guy, not the fat guy.
Oh, okay.
They do YouTube videos too, so.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I like watching their videos when they're like, we have 10 million SKSs. Here, look at this box. Here's 5 of them. Here, look at this box. Here's 5 of them. That's pretty cool. You don't get to see that very often.
Right.
I still remember barrels of SKSs being in the gas station grocery store by my house when I was 5.
Those were the days.
Dude, I really wanted my mom to get me one because they were only $60. I couldn't believe how cheap it was to get a gun, and she told me no.
Now they're probably, well, what was it? Was it a Russian or a Chinese or what?
Dude, I was 5. I don't know.
No.
I know it was an SKS. That's all I know. I recognize what it was as an SKS.
Do you remember what year it was?
This would have to be about 1986.
Yeah, it probably would have just been an SKS.
So Jeff says, are you near Castle Rock? Yes, I actually used to live in Castle Rock at a point, and I have all kinds of friends in Castle Rock too. Black Flag Nation says, any conspiracy theories on the Rona? Dude, I keep thinking if there is a conspiracy theory behind all this shit, it's the fucking what they're gonna use to do to pass with this shit, right? And they've already done some of that stuff. They've already passed how many bills and things and bailouts, and they're giving their friends money, and they're using it to restrict travel. They're talking about doing a blood test for anyone who wants to get on an airplane and stuff like that. They're doing all kinds of weird shit.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Jory.
We about to see some penis.
Jory has returned. He is demanding to see cock. Well, he doesn't really want to see it. Maybe he does. I don't know. I don't want to judge. But he is definitely demanding that Honda start doing some shady shit to earn that money.
Yeah, that's
Shake that moneymaker.
I think you should shave your beard for that one. That's...
I don't even know. Thanks, Jory. I'm speechless.
Just remember, YouTube will take half of that.
What in the... Jory, you didn't even put a message in or anything. You could have said take your shirt off, and I would feel obligated to right now. Honestly.
Wow, we got somebody, JP Soaps out there saying, holy shit, is there actually a girl on there? Is she trans? Doesn't seem so. No. Angelina is an upright woman.
Hey, you can't assume that shit anymore, dude.
Yeah, you can't assume her gender.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you,
Hey,
bigot?
You
You're
said
almost as bad as Honda.
You said
No, I'm not.
She might be worm can. You don't know.
Shove that shit right back up in there.
Wow.
No, I'm not trans. And wait, there's another one. What was it?
Look what he said after Jory.
Yeah, I thought I saw something, but now I don't see it.
Two Live Moose says Jory is America's favorite pimp.
Maybe he is. You never know.
Who is Jory Thomas? Is he in your chats?
Yeah, he's in mine and Yankees and yours now too. So there you go.
Okay. That's freaking awesome, dude. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say, dude. Like, honestly, I don't know what to say.
You are now beholden to the Jory.
like you could tell me to do things and I'm going to have to. Like, basically, just remind me of this day. And I'll, what was that part of The Gentleman where he's like, all right, I think this is all I can do for my boys. And then he's on the way out and he has to kill those other two dudes. And he's like,
4. Jory says, Honda, take your shirt off.
All right.
He's got to do it. He got the money. He got the do it. Do it. Not too cold there to do that.
I mean, like, this is all you can see anyway, right?
Do it like slowly so he can
do it. Do it.
All right.
Do it. Let's get his channel taken down for stripping.
Someone said playing, loving, touching, squeezing.
See how white I am right now.
Wow.
There you go.
Come on, play with the knobs.
Skin.
There
With
you
the
go.
radio knobs.
That's all you
he's gonna be like, now take your pants off.
I actually kind of feel a little hoary right now. I gotta admit. I thought I would feel better about this, but now that I'm here,
the feeling will pass.
It's okay. The more you do it, the more numb you will become.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just get used to this shit, I
What
guess.
the hell did I just come back to?
Dude, are you a sex worker now? Like, officially?
I think so. I think that's what we found out.
All right, I'm putting it back on.
All right.
Yeah, he didn't say you had to leave it off.
No, he did not say that I had to leave it off for the rest of the chat. That's one, by the way. Huh? Someone gonna say something?
Put that shirt on.
Sending up UAV. I mean,
Watch, like, that's like the moment where my roommate like fucking knocks on the door and walks.
you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing online, bro? Like, seriously, like, I hear you talking all the time. I didn't know you were up to that shit.
Oh, Boob Sweat made a good point here. You should start an OnlyFans page.
There you go.
Dude, that could be good until you get back to work, or like a chatterbait.
Chatterbait.
Mhm.
It's like masturbating.
That's like a new word. I think. Did you just make that up, or is
No, okay.
that's
So I know this
that's a
chick,
website.
right? And there's a website, it's chatterbait.com, I think. But anyway, she like does this part-time as like one of her, I guess, a job or whatever. Anyway, she has like a pretty expensive car that apparently she finances by masturbating on the internet, and dudes pay her. So like, I guess it's free to like watch. So you just go on the site, you can see this chick doing her thing. But one of the little caveats to the whole thing is that you can tip. So they have like a menu or whatever, like, 10 boners, coins, shekels. I don't know what the fuck kind of money they use, but that, for 5 coins, I'll like do whatever. And, it goes from there. So people tip you, it translates to money. And I guess if you do that a couple times a week, you're making money.
I don't know. I felt pretty dirty taking my shirt off right there. So
If I was a gay dude, I'd probably watch
masturbating in
it.
front of the camera is not not the answer for me.
Well, you'd just be showing like wiener, basically.
You just do like a head cam view or something. You have like a GoPro right here.
Yeah, you should have like a theme, like you'd like dress up or something, like every day, like, you know, like you have to have a gimmick. You have to set yourself apart from the other like internet masturbators.
Like blue body paint and pretend that you're one of those like fucking monkeys from that fucking planet. What was it called?
Oh,
Planet of the Apes.
No.
Avatar.
Yes. Love some blue monkey sex. That's how we'll sell.
Don't they fucking make an Avatar fleshlight?
What?
Oh my god, I gotta look this up now. Do they really?
I think they make like I'm pretty sure it was Avatar.